welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking the video. Today's video, we are going to be talking about foodie beauty as well as mukbangs. What are mukbangs? Who's watching these videos? And what they're all about? And do mukbangs encourage bad eating habits? So first off, I want to put a trigger warning because we are going to be talking about ED. I don't even struggle with it myself, but what I have been watching the last couple days, watching Foodie Beauty and these others who do these videos, it's been very hard to watch. Some of the stuff I'm going to talk about is going to be stomach turning. It's going to make your stomach crawl. It's going to be way too much information. I will try to put warnings before I do give out that information, but let's get started. So from my understanding, reading what mukbangs are, and there's a little kind of thing about, I know some people call it mukbangs, and I was reading that it's actually called mukbangs. I'm not sure. I'm going to call it mukbang in this video. A little info about myself. One and the only pet peeves I really have is literally the sound of food in other people's mouths. Like, I can feel something go up my spine whenever I hear like crunching sound and all that. It bothers me so much. So this was very hard to do this research. But so from my understanding but some people really enjoy that. They love the sound of the crackling of the wrappers. They love the sound of the crunching and the food swishing around. It's kind of like an ASMR for them. So that is why so many people watch it. It's actually like blew up and it has become like a big thing, you know. I thought some of it was, you know, kind of cool. Like, you see different types of food I've never seen. Some of that food looked good. I feel like, from my understanding though, some of the creators who actually do these mukbangs, they don't actually ingest everything they're showing you. So they may have this huge plate of food and different variety of food, but the way they edit it, it looks like they're actually ingesting it, but they're not. They're just, you know, taking it out of the picture and making you believe they're eating it. So I read some interviews on some of the creators who actually do these videos, and they say, in fact, they do eat all the food. They do intake this much food. But outside of doing the videos, they actually eat, you know, salads and veggies and fruits, and they really watch their calories. The only time they're really gorging on the food is for the videos. But then you have some creators who it's just become their life. Not only do they do this for videos and for entertainment purposes, but this is how they eat outside of that. So for me, I would feel like, from a health perspective, taking in that much food all at one time, it cannot be good. Like, your body is not meant to take in that amount of food all at one sitting. I mean, some are taking in like a week's worth of food and literally sitting there for an hour. And most of the time, pretty much all these videos, the food they're eating is not good food. It's greasy food. It's pizza, french fries, nachos, cheeseburgers. It's unhealthy stuff. So that gets me into talking about Foodie Beauty. So when I first started watching her and wanting to do this video, I was kind of weary about doing it because I didn't want to turn this into anything about her weight, because I do want to put out there, you know, we're all built differently, and I just did not want to, you know, make this about her weight. And I am going to ask, and I am going to say right now that if anybody leaves comments, some vile, nasty comments related to her weight, I will delete it. You know, please be respectful in my comments. But after watching all this, I feel like I have to talk about her weight. You have to, because that's really what all her content is about. There are a lot of her content is, you know, I could talk about her story times and all that, which I'm going to get into. But I literally watched 2 hours worth of different clips of her doing this repeated cycle. And I'm going to get into that. But I want to back up really quick and talk about how this all became, how Foodie Beauty came on the scene. So she came on the scene doing like Ipsy and makeup hauls, which it seemed like she didn't get very many views on that. Nobody was really interested in that. And then she did her, her first mukbang, and it blew up. So that's what she started doing. I guess she felt like that's what the audience wanted to see. That's where she's getting her views and likes, and that's what she started doing. She shares everything, every little detail about her life, to her health, to what the doctors say, to the smells that she gets off of her body. I mean, you name it, and she has talked about it. I don't think she has an embarrassment bone in her body. Some of it.
I'm definitely going. February. How about we have a special stream, and you guys pay for my VIP tickets? I'm just joking. It'll be my birthday present. My birthday's in March. I'm just joking. I know I say I'm just joking a lot, and I'm not joking. I just want your money. I tell you guys about the color. I tell you guys about intimate details about my body sometimes. So I deserve compensation. Okay? So you want us to fund your VIP ticket? Well, I could film it for you. It'll be entertainment. So I'll call Abel with Beezer. Will you help pay for my ticket then?
There's way too much information. So she has opened up about her childhood. So she had a strange relationship with her dad. She said that he actually fought with eating disorder as well as being an alcoholic, that she didn't really have a relationship with him. As we all know, that stuff does run through families, and she probably did pick up that gene of being addicted. To me, my opinion, I'd like to know what you guys think about, but I feel like overeating is also like an addiction as well. I think we can be addicted to anything, caffeine, eating, drugs. Like some just have that, mind frame. It's just, I think it's something in your brain that just turns on and you just get addicted. Some people disagree with that. Let me know what you think. But so she talked about her childhood. She also said that when she was 16 years old, she was in a group home. So she had kind of a hard upbringing. I'm going to give her that. So then she started doing the mukbang videos here on YouTube. She blew up. She got big. Let's see. She has 87,000 subscribers. Some of these mukbang videos, they're bringing in $9,000 a month just by eating. So she has even talked about it herself, saying that, it's her health, her dignity, her integrity. What's more important? The eating and your integrity and your dignity and all that, or views and money and, monetization on YouTube? I feel like that's the choice that needs to be made here. And I understand it's a hard choice. She's talked about, because she knows, and she's even said that she's afraid to getting off YouTube and, trying to change her content to something else besides, eating or telling these very nasty stories, because she's afraid that nobody's going to stick around. Like, nobody's going to be interested in just seeing her and watching her.
I'm not going to miss, waking up to what people are saying about me. A lot of it not true. People thinking I'm faking my illness. I'm not going to miss people. I'm not going to miss people picking apart my life, basically. Whenever you're trying to, or I'm not going to miss people shaming me for my eating disorder. I'm looking forward to taking care and healing and getting better from my eating disorder offline, where I'm not judged. I'm not shamed. I know Amberlynn's going through the same thing with her eating disorder. People are waiting for her to come back like piranhas, and they're waiting for her to say, I've failed, I've relapsed. And when you have an addiction, you relapse. And even if she's not getting the help she needs right now, and I don't feel like you should shame and hate on somebody who's going through that, because I feel like there's a lot of stigma and misunderstanding with eating disorders, especially binge eating and obesity. And I feel like it's too toxic for me right now to get any actual healing done. So that's why for me, from a practical standpoint for my life, I'm not going to miss that part of it. And I keep reminding myself of that. You are not, if I have a relapse and I have a bag of Doritos, I'm not going to have to be like, oh my God, I have to tell them about it. They're going to shame me. They're going to call me a fat pig. I don't have to worry about being shamed when I already feel ashamed for my eating disorder. And I feel like I'll be surrounded with just compassionate people in my life. So
again, that's a choice she has to make. So let's get into some of her story times. As I just said, she shares every little thing, like things that you would not imagine. And I just feel like if I had to hear it and see it, I feel like you guys do too. But I will give you a warning. What I'm getting ready to say will make your stomach turn. It is nasty. So fast forward, I'll put a warning here and then let you know like when I stop talking about it. So for instance, here's some of her story times. So she talked about a time where she was hooking up and having a sexual encounter with another woman. And she started to go down south on this woman. And when she pulled her pants down, she said she instantly got hit with the smell of pee. And then not only that, this woman was very unkept. Her hygiene, like there's no trimming or nothing going on down there. And, instead of like getting the hell out of there, she went in and yeah. So then another story she shared was that she was offered to have a threesome and they paid her like $120 to get her there. And some made the assumption that she shared a different photo of herself. And that's why whenever she got there, they really kind of changed their, mind. It's like they kind of was shading her and distancing towards her. They made a pallet for her on the couch and they said, they were just going to go in the bedroom and they just were too tired to do it. And they were just wanting to go to bed now. So she changed her story. And the very original time she said that she had brought alcohol. The second time she said that they were feeding her alcohol. So she blamed what is coming up on them for giving her alcohol. Like I said, so the switching in the story makes me wonder either A, she was just way too drunk, she don't remember, or if it's just not true and she's just saying it for shock content. I'm not sure. So she said she's laying there on the couch, she's sleeping. She wakes up, her stomach's turning. She's at this apartment that she don't know. She finally finds the bathroom. It's right next to their bedroom. So she was afraid she was going to wake them up. So she gets down on her knees and she starts to throw up. The vomit, projectiles all over the wall. At the very same time she vomits, she has explosive diarrhea. And that hits all over the floor. At this time, she's wearing nothing but a skirt and a G-string. They do not have any rags or paper towels or anything to clean it up. So she has to take the contents out of her bag, like socks. She had a sweater in there, and she starts cleaning it up. And that's how she left it. I don't know. I feel like any other person would never, share anything like that. That is, I don't know. I don't even know what to think about that. I entered the twilight zone, So, I don't know. She shared a lot of stories like that. And then she shares, she may get, bumps and stuff on her body. And she literally talks about, here's a little bit TMI about me. I love pimple popping videos. I could watch them all day. The bigger, I love it. But she literally made my stomach turn talking about some of the stuff that comes out of her body. That's how bad it was. She talks about smells and everything. I'm a very visual person, so whenever anybody tells me anything, I am picturing this in my mind, and now I cannot get it out. So at this time, I'm feeling very sorry for her. And after the story time, I'm watching her streams. I'm watching her lay in bed, half in and out of it, almost like she's kind of in another state of mind. And I'm seeing, comments after comments after comments in this live stream of people saying the most disgusting, vile, nasty things you can imagine to her. Horrible stuff. I wonder what your chair smells like. I wonder what your vajayjay smells like really harsh stuff, And that has to take a toll on somebody. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you don't get embarrassed. I don't care if your whole content is of you farting and burping and talking the most nasty stuff you can possibly think of. that after a while, those comments are going to hurt you. I don't care who you are, it's going to hurt. So I'm like really feeling sorry for her. And I'm like, you know, I just don't understand it. So then I start watching, and like I said, I seen 2-hour video of clips, and it was literally a repeated cycle. So all these years, so she starts telling you her, like, all these health problems she has. I mean, she has like ovarian cysts, she has sleep apnea, she has cholesterol, she has diabetes, she had like a pulmonary thing in her lungs, she's depressed. Like she said, you wouldn't imagine all the pills she has. And one of those pills she talks about she takes for pain is Dilaudid. If you don't know what Dilaudid is a very strong pain pill. Not only very strong, but very addictive. So now, recently, she has came out and she was in the hospital, and she said she's now addicted to drugs. She has recanted that and said that, you know, she don't say that no more, that she's not, that she just was scared that maybe she could have, or she might be. I'm going to tell you this right now. A couple years before I actually came out and got out of denial, I literally Googled, am I addicted to this drug? Because I felt like I was, but then I wasn't really sure if it was like, because you take your medicine. So yes, if you're taking addictive medicine, like, you know, Norco or Percocet or anything like that, your body is going to get addicted to it. There's 2 different types of addiction. I can't even think of what it's called right now. But there's a difference between your body needing and wanting it and you going out on the streets and buying it. So I wasn't for sure which one that I fell in, but I came to the realization, and I feel like this is the same for her. If you have to ask that question, most likely you are addicted. So I feel like the help she needs, for one, in my opinion, I feel like she needs to step away from YouTube and social media. I think she knows that. So she makes these videos where she talks about like these health problems and how sick she is, and she needs a surgery, and you know, it's because her overeating, and she knows what she needs to do, and she knows she needs to leave social media. And then the next video is her literally eating so much food, and then saying she don't have a problem. Please let me know if any of you guys have struggled with ED. I haven't, so this is just my opinion. Like, I feel like it's maybe like an addiction. It's like she's caught in this cycle. Like, she knows that what she's doing is wrong. So when she eats, it's like, and she has even admitted it, from her childhood memory, some of her best memories was coming home from school and eating a bowl of Campbell's soup and eating grilled cheese. That was like a safe, comforting feeling for her. So when she eats, she gets that same feeling. It fulfills her. It fills up a hole that's inside of her. But then after, and it starts wearing off, she feels the guilt. She knows she was wrong, but she just can't. It's like she wants so bad to get out of it, but she's so overwhelmed with it, she don't know where to start. And I feel like that's her problem. So I don't know, you guys. This is, to me, I feel like another area where YouTube needs to like step in. I'm not talking about losing your platform or nothing like that. Maybe suspending, you know, to get the help she needs. I don't know, guys. Nobody's helping her, enabling her by giving her views. Again, nobody's helping her sit there and troll her and say these nasty things to her. That is not going to get her to help herself. Calling her these horrible names is not, she's not going to say, oh, they called me this, I'm going to go get healthy now. That's not going to work. Only she can help herself. You know, I wish her nothing but the best. This is an endless cycle, and I can understand why the viewers and those who have been watching her for so long are frustrated, because they just kind of want to shake her, because they go do what you have to do. You know what you have to do, go do it. But again, just think, if you're so frustrated watching her, imagine what it's like to actually live it. You know, she also has videos and, you know, on streams and stuff of her actually ingesting drugs right there on camera. You know, she gets high, which I know some people feel like marijuana is not a drug, but I will say where she lives, she's from Canada, and it is illegal there.
It was like in a bag. It was like white, maybe? I don't know. Hi, Annelle. No, I did? Okay, so here's what I did. If you're gonna judge me, you're gonna judge me. But I'm not doing it ever again, okay? Never. Some people know. That I will swear I won't ever do again. These things that made me really sick. I don't ever do them. This is a warning. That's why I'm sharing. I swear. Started off doing some lines. And I'll age restrict this after I get off. Then I asked him if he could get Molly. Like, I asked him, like, can you get Molly? Because I wanted to try it. Because I heard that it makes you feel, you know. So he got some of that. Got, like, I think a gram or something. And, or was it 2 grams? I think he got a gram. Wrap it in some tissue. And he said to swallow it because it tastes gross. So it was a little ball. And then I said, I want more. So stupid. So he gave me more. I didn't realize you could, like, OD on this shit, you know. So he gave me the rest of it. Like, he took a little bit, but, and then he said that somebody left a pipe at his house. It was like a glass tube with a circle, and there was like stuff in it. I could see, like leftover shit. I don't know what it was. He said it was meth. And he said this, if I ever see you ask me for it again, I will be so mad at you. I'll never let you do this again. You have to promise never to do it again. Blah, 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 blah. So I said, all right. And even as I was doing it, I was like, why would I do this? Here goes nothing. Oh. This will be nothing. Oh, okay, give me a minute. Oh boy. Oh god, it goes. This is microdosing. Oh, the crunchy old toenails. It does.
After me here, I also want to add that she often undresses in front of the camera wearing revealing clothing. She has nip slips. She has showed her butt on her business, of course, but it does not belong on YouTube. She's constantly having cops called on her, and I seen a lady put out a video asking everyone just to stop doing that. It's not helping. You know, everyone around her they know what her problem is. She is on the radar. There are others who are reaching out to her family, like all her family members. You know, I ask you, don't do that either. Don't reach out and harass anybody. Please, I am not asking you to do that. I just want to know what you guys think. Again, do you feel like these mukbangs, do they encourage bad eating habits? Also, do you feel like YouTube, in this case, should step in and, I don't know, like maybe suspend the account or, you know, give her like, you know, either you do this or this happens?
As far as the mukbang part, some of the criticism about Perry is really about this format. Is this good content to have online? So here I'm really talking about all the mukbang channels, not specifically Nicholas Perry. I've noticed that with a number of the mukbang videos, the content creators don't necessarily eat that much food. And I think some creative editing may make some of the food disappear as opposed to them eating it. A lot of the channels feature a content creator talking about different stories from their life. I've seen discussions as well about true crime, cinema, world events, celebrities. It's really just casual talking along with some eating. With many channels, the eating is not even really the focus. And I've noticed that a number of those content creators do not appear to be gaining weight, although of course Perry does appear to have gained weight. Looking at the trend overall, it's really more puzzling than anything. I don't necessarily think it's going to destroy the world or anything like that. I feel as though it's actually just an excuse to have these meandering monologues. The content creator does not have to be precise. The content doesn't have to be well thought out or well organized. It's casual. They're just telling stories while they're eating. I've seen other channels that pretty much deliver the same slow-paced, disorganized, poorly researched storytelling, except they're doing their makeup, drawing, painting, or engaging in some other creative endeavor. Even though these mukbang videos don't have an appeal to me at all, they are protected free speech, and they certainly represent a creative way of telling stories. I think these videos become problematic when the content creator tries to make it more about eating as much as possible, as many calories as possible. That's not healthy, and it leads to predictable negative results. In this area, I'm concerned that people will watch the videos and think that if the content creator is doing that, they could do it too. Or they might say that the content creator is eating all those calories and they seem fine, when again, there might be some editing that makes it seem like they're eating more than they actually are. Furthermore, the food selections in the videos are not always the healthiest. I haven't ever really seen a video involving somebody eating celery or broccoli, although who knows, maybe somebody has done that. It could be out there somewhere. The bottom line with mukbangs is that people have to use common sense, and the videos need a warning on them that says, don't try this at home. As far as Nicholas Perry, in a sense, perhaps he discourages unhealthy eating behaviors. The message is, don't do this or you'll become like me. He's like an anti-role model. Those are my thoughts.
Should we just keep letting her go and, just let her keep doing what she's doing? Do you think watching her triggers others? Let me know what you guys think below. Please, again, I ask you to keep the comments respectful. Please, guys, I ask you to do that, please. If you haven't yet, subscribe, like this video. Let's help me get this video out into the algorithm. Or you can dislike this video. I always have like the same amount of people who dislike it. I don't know who watches me just to dislike me, but they do. Hit the subscribe button if you're not yet subscribed. Hit the notification bell because I do not have a set schedule yet. Until I see you guys next time, please take care of yourself. See you later, guys. Bye.